Hello, all you sexy divulgers. My name is Jordan, and I am back with another tutorial and or lesson, whatever you want to call it. Today is one that people have been asking for since we announced Divulge Academy, and it is how to cloak your Facebook ads. Now, before I start, there's one thing that you need to know. I put it in red just so you don't miss over it. If you are not making any money yet, a cloaker is just going to waste your time and your money. You should first learn the fundamentals of CPA marketing. There are plenty of ways to make hundreds or thousands of dollars a day without cloaking. I bought my first cloaking service or software, whatever you want to call it, when I knew that I had a profitable campaign. By this time, I had already gone through 3 to 4 Facebook ad accounts, meaning that they've been banned and that I've had to get a new one 3 to 4 times. The truth is, no cloaker will work 100% of the time. That's something you should know if you think cloaking is your end-all solution for never getting another ad account banned. Sometimes a reviewer will go through the software and will see your actual money site and will ban your account. Now here's the sad truth. If you want to run black hat ads on Facebook, then you need to invest in a good cloaker. Simple as that. Sure, you might get away with it for a while, but you will get banned once a Facebook rep manually reviews your ad and landing page. If your cloaker is good enough, your Facebook ad account will last longer. What is a cloaker? If you've never heard of cloaking or cloakers before, it's basically using complex algorithms to detect whether or not the visitor is a Facebook reviewer bot or a Facebook employee. If the cloaker detects a Facebook bot or reviewer, it will redirect them to a compliant page, meaning a page that is allowed to be advertised on Facebook. The better your bait page is, the longer your Facebook ad account will last. And the bait page is the page where the bots or Facebook reviewers land on that they're going to review to make sure that it's allowed to run on Facebook. So the better that page is, the longer your account will last. Where do you get a cloaker? Chances are, if you're looking for a cloaker, you have money to pay for a good one. Don't use publicly available ones, because the chances are Facebook already knows about them and will quickly catch on to their algorithms and probably ban you faster. The one I use is a private one and it's not well known. It's called Just Cloak It. I've used it since I've started cloaking and I have seen an increase in the account length. I'll show you how to sign up and fully set up a cloaked campaign in this video, so stay tuned. But first, we need to understand what Facebook allows. In order to make a good bait page, we need to know and understand what Facebook allows and what they don't allow in ads and landing pages. So all these following standards or policies or rules are in the Facebook ad policies, as you can see the link on the screen right now. And refer to there for all the information you need to know about what Facebook allows and what they don't allow. I recommend you reading this through before you create your bait page, just so you know exactly what you are allowed to create. Below are a few main points taken directly from the policy to look out for. Number 1. Ads must not constitute, facilitate, or promote illegal products, services, or activities. This is one that a lot of people get caught on. Hacking, game hacking, leaking, anything black hat usually is illegal. So, in order to get around that, you need to structure your ad and bait page in a way that does not promote illegal products, services, or activities. Now, all ads must not violate their community standards. I recommend you read through these as well. A link will be in the links section of this page. But basically, ads must not contain content that infringes or violates on the rights of any third party, including copyright, trademark, privacy, publicity, or other personal proprietary rights. Meaning, you're not allowed to use copyrighted logos, images, whatever in your landing page. For example, if you're running Clash of Clans hack and your website has the Clash of Clans logo, Clash of Clans branding, Clash of Clans anything, that's not allowed because it is copyrighted and violates the rights of a third party, which is Supercell. Deceptive, false, or misleading content, including deceptive claims, offers, or business practices, are also not allowed. That's pretty self-explanatory. Products and services promoted in the ad copy must match those promoted on the landing page, and the destination site may not offer or link to any prohibited product or service. So this is basically telling you that your ad has to match your landing page. And if your landing page has to be compliant, that means your ad also has to be compliant. So you need to structure your ad in such a way that both Facebook will allow and the real users will still want to click through and see what it's all about. This is why it can be so difficult. So if you're able to make your ad according to the guidelines and able to make your bait page 100% compliant, your Facebook account should last much longer. So without further ado, I'm going to switch over to my other monitor and I will show you how to begin cloaking. Alright, so we're back here on justcloakit.com, the cloaker that I recommend and suggest that you use. Now you can take a look at it right now, justcloakit.com, and you can look through the page and get to know the platform a bit better. You can read through the FAQ if you want and look at all the prices. But the thing I want to point out on this page is the bottom part that says get in touch. Now in order to use this service, you need to be accepted. So as a result of high demand and an effort to keep our current clients and service secured from potential fraud, we accept only new clients based on our private considerations. If you think you qualify for our service, fill out the following form and we'll get back to you if it meets our terms. Please pay attention that we would like to keep our clients' pool as small as possible, unique and experienced as possible. Hence, we save our rights to respond to the relevant messages only. So in this form, you have to prove to them that you are ready to cloak and that you are an experienced marketer, basically. And one thing that might help you out is if you go to Where Did You Hear of Us and you type this in, Skype, and then my Skype name, Mr. Sharkbait 911, then chances are you will get in, but I can't guarantee anything. So you just fill out this form, and for Where Did You Hear of Us, you can put my name, and hopefully you will get accepted. Now, once you get accepted and make your payment, you are going to see the dashboard of Just Cloak It. He has created a bunch of video tutorials that will show you exactly how to create a campaign and basically how to use all the tools associated with the cloaker. Now if there's something that's not clear when I'm done teaching you, you can go to back to these videos and you can see exactly what you need to do from the creator himself. So the only thing I use Just Cloak It for is obviously cloaking campaigns, but they do have like a socializer feature that I never use, and I basically don't even know what it is. I'm sure I could read through it and find out exactly what it is, Okay, so it's basically for social signals. Anyways, I can make a video on that later if I read more about it. But you're going to want to go to Cloaking and click Your Campaigns. If it's brand new, it's going to be empty like mine. So what you're going to want to do is press Create New Campaign and select your cloaking type. For this purpose, I'm going to do Facebook because I am talking about Facebook ads. For device type, you can choose what type of devices your campaigns should target. So I'm going to select all devices, but you have the option to select only computers, only mobile phones, only tablets, and you have some other options, but I usually just keep on all devices. Now, for the campaign name, for the script, you can choose PHP or JavaScript. I'm going to choose PHP. And for the campaign name, I'm just going to put Divulge Academy Test. So that's pretty straightforward, the creating a new cloaking campaign, and that's pretty much all you have to fiddle with in the first part. Now for the next part, location and targeting, you're going to want to choose the locations you are targeting, like the title suggests. If you leave it blank, that means you're going to target all locations. But say you're running a country-specific campaign, you would put it in here. So for example, I'm going to be targeting United States, so I would put it in there. However, if you're targeting all countries, but you want to exclude certain countries from accessing, so for example, I want to target worldwide, but I want to exclude United Kingdom, then everyone in all countries except United Kingdom would be directed to my money site, and everyone in United Kingdom would be redirected to the bait page. So for this purpose, I'm just going to type in United States for included locations. There is also an option to bulk location upload, but you usually don't need that if you are running smaller campaigns. So now we're on to your website domain. This domain is where you are going to put your script. For example, I have made it. So if you go to divulgeacademy.com/cloak /cloak. So the URL you put in here is the exact URL and the exact file that you are going to put the cloak script in. So after you're done creating this campaign, Just Cloak It is going to give you a PHP script that you're going to have to put on in this path basically. So whenever someone visits this path, this script is going to call, and it's going to choose, first it's going to see whether or not the person is in the included locations, and if it is, it's going to check whether or not the person is from Facebook or not, meaning if they are a reviewer or a bot. If they're not a reviewer or a bot, they're going to be sent to your money site, and if they are a reviewer or a bot, they're going to be sent to this URL right here. So this is the bait page that you want. So for my example, my bait page is set up to say it's just bots.html. So for this example, if it's detected someone outside of the United States, or it's detected a Facebook reviewer or bot, it's going to send them to this page right here. Next, you want the URL to cloak. This is the URL that your money site is on. So for the purpose of this tutorial, my money site is is on the same domain, just a different file, just to make it a whole bunch easier. Now, just a side note, your cloak campaigns don't all have to be on the same domain like mine is, but your website domain with a cloak script has to be your domain. Now, the URL for bots doesn't have to be a page you own. For example, I can put anything here, such as google.com. So I could redirect all bots, meaning Facebook reviewers and bots, and people outside of the United States to google.com. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to put it on my own website. Same goes with this. If my money site was on moneysite.com, that would be totally alright. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to use Divulge Academy as the domain. Now, just Cloaking gives you the ability to split test your domain. So what you can do is, if you have more than one landing page that you want to split test, you can make it so that half the traffic, for example, goes to this URL and half of the traffic goes to URL number 2. And you can have as many as you want, I believe. I've never really needed to have more than one or two, I mean. So basically, this is the URL for your money site. The mobile URL is, if you have a different mobile landing page, you can put it in here. If you have a different tablet URL, you can put it in here. If you have a different Mac URL, you put it in here. URL description doesn't matter because it is just for you to see, just to stay organized. For example, landing page 1, and then if I had another one, I could put the description as landing page 2. Now, where it says locations, you are allowed to leave it blank if you are targeting the same locations as above. For example, if I was targeting United States and Canada though, however, I, in this locations, could say I only want Canadian traffic to go to this landing page, and I want only American traffic to go to this landing page, for example. But if you don't need that, you can just leave this blank, and the locations allowed on this landing page will be the same as the locations listed up here. And that's how you cloak your campaign for the basic part. Now, there are more advanced features that you can play around with if you know what you're doing. Now, there's a lot of features that I have never even touched. What I usually do is just have it set up to here. And if I'm targeting a European country, I will set the language to that country. But other than that, just selecting Facebook up here is enough. It's enough to hide your campaign from the Facebook reviewers and bots. However, if you are a more advanced user, or you want to learn, you can for sure learn about all these options that they have, and it will probably make your account last longer if you know what you're doing. Now, in the advanced features, there's a whole bunch of features that you can use and look into once you are on the inside. And you can look at the advanced settings. For this example, I'm going to choose English. You can even choose what their connection type is. So if you are running a pin submit offer, then you could choose only people on a cellular connection would see your page. And this can be very, very useful, as you can probably guess. So we're going to just leave all the settings as they are down here, because all we need to do is really edit the settings up here. Lastly, the last thing you're going to want to do is click campaign activation and set it to active. If you don't set it to active, it's not going to work. So once you've done that, make sure it's all correct and press submit. It's going to create your campaign, and it's going to be ready to go right off the bat. So now you're going to want to click code and click this little code button, and it's going to come up with a lot of different codes that you can use. Now if you are more advanced, you can obviously use different codes, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to use the simple code and use the first one, phpcurl. And I'm going to paste it in the folder that I made called divulgeacademy.com/cloak/cloakscript.php, like I mentioned when I was making the campaign. So, as you can see, it is right here. I just pasted it in, and I'm going to click save. So now, all that you're going to want to do is to test it. It's all set up and ready to go. I know that was pretty easy. But to test it, you're going to want to go to the page with the script on it. So, divulgeacademy.com/cloak/cloakscript.php. So, since I am in Canada, my cloak script is going to redirect me to the URL for bots, because in the campaign I chose only United States traffic to be sent to my money site. So to make sure it works, we can go to the script and we can see that it does work. This page is for Facebook bots and reviewers, or people not in the location I should have included. But if we go over here and go to edit the campaign, and we include Canada as well, and save it, we can now go and test the cloak script again, and we will be able to see that it takes us to the money site. So let's give it a test. And as you can see, it brings us to the money site since we included the Canada as a location. So that's pretty much all you need to go through for a cloaked campaign. I mean, there's a lot of little stats and little things that you can do inside of this cloaking software, but it's really not necessary. If you have free time, you can look through it and you can see what it's all about. Now, if you want to see what kind of traffic you are getting, you can click the log button, and it will show you all of the blocked and allowed types of traffic on about like 5-10 minute delay. And it will let you see exactly when a Facebook reviewer tries to access your page and when someone outside of your country is trying to access the page. So it's a really good thing to see what kind of traffic you're getting overall. So that's pretty much it for cloaking. That's what I usually do, and that usually works for me, and it should work for you as well. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next awesome video at Divulge Academy. See ya.